Over 33,000 people die and roughly 2.4 million more are injured in motor vehicle crashes each year on our nation's roadways. Roughly half of those crashes occur at roadway curves or intersections. Excessive speed and driver inattention often create an environment where friction demand is higher than what can be countered with standard pavement surfaces, resulting in a loss of control. Vehicle friction demand is the level of friction needed to safely perform braking, steering, and acceleration maneuvers. High friction surface treatment, or HFST, addresses this problem by providing enhanced traction. When applied as a spot treatment at high-risk areas, HFST significantly reduces crashes, ultimately saving lives and avoiding injuries.
So my name is Ken Kochevar. I'm the Safety Program Manager here for Federal Highway Administration, Sacramento, California. Federal Highways is a big believer in high friction surface treatments. It is part of our everyday counts as well as our 9 proven safety countermeasures. The Everyday Counts is an initiative from our administrator in Federal Highways. It's been ongoing for about 6-7 years now. Every couple of years they come out with anywhere from 10 to 15 different initiatives that really promote innovation. Well, first of all, you are correct. This is nationwide. Most states are using high friction surface treatments right now. California is a leader in that.
And we're close to having about, I think close to 60 being completed. 60 locations actually have been completed. Yeah, now if you include all of the local agency locations, we're up close to 230 locations. So we did a trial up there on Nevada 20, and to at least look at it. It was a good test site because it was actually a cold environment. It actually had snow plows. That next summer we had a lot of trucks that were running on it, and so it was really a good test to see how durable it was and to see if it held up as they claimed. And it came back very successful. The friction numbers were outstanding. After a year they were up in the 60s and 70s, and so from there we really were aggressive in promoting it to all the other districts, presenting it to the other safety engineers, the other 12 districts, to tell them about the product and say that this is really something I think we should be pursuing.
I think a lot of people, a lot of agencies just don't know about it, and that's part of us promoting this through things like this interview here, through going out and doing open house demonstrations, through just emails, meetings, conferences, letting people know what it is in general, the benefits of it, and you sort of get fish to bite on the bait, and then you go out and you hopefully make it happen.
I'm Mitch Crosby with the Modoc County Road Department. I'm the road commissioner, and I've been involved in this project from the beginning when we submitted the application. It was an important project for us because it's an area that we've had a lot of traffic accidents, mostly roadway departure accidents. And originally when we applied for the funding, we were looking at a roadway realignment to straighten out the curve. And it ran into some problems during the environmental process, and it looks like we weren't going to be able to proceed with the realignment. And then we were turned on to this high friction surface treatment process. 8-year span where there was 3 fatalities on this corner, and we found that it was primarily people that are familiar with the road, so the signage wasn't really helping. They've driven the road enough that they know how fast they can take it. Yes, this is the first project of this type that we've had in the county. It's actually a new process, relatively new to the state, something that we hadn't heard of in recent years. In fact, when we first applied for the funding for this project, we probably would have gone with high friction instead of the realignment. Great savings and cost, and should provide us with the same level of safety improvement. It's the ideal type of process for the problem that we have here with the roadway departures, and it's on a horizontal curve and it's also on a slope, so it's got all the requirements where the high friction surface treatment will work out perfectly. So we're excited to get it on the road and hopefully prevent more accidents.
My name is Cliff Barber. I'm with American Civil Constructors West Coast. We're out here at Modoc County HFST installation project just outside of Alturas, California. We've just finished all the placements on both lanes of about a 1,400 foot long curve that had a history of crashes in this location. We've just finished the last placement of about 400 feet, and that's directly behind me and still in cure. The segment of about 1,000 feet where the sweeper is operating was placed this morning. It's already been cured. It will be swept and could be returned to traffic shortly. Under normal conditions, we can get 1 to 2 hours of cure, including sweeping, and return to traffic, even under nighttime or colder conditions, in temperatures ranging from about 40 to 105 degrees. We will do friction testing. We use a dynamic friction tester to measure the friction, usually before it's open to traffic. That friction tester will measure the wet friction of the roadway after the HFST.
I believe it was about 3 years ago, they had, in a 3-year time period prior to the high friction being put down, they were well into the hundreds as far as crashes, wet and dry crashes, and the day after, the 3-year time period after, it was down in the, I think it was less than 10 crashes that they had. I believe it was 3 or 4, dramatic 90+% decrease in crashes. I would be the person on the point of contact here in the Federal Highway Division office that they would contact. At that point, then we start talking about what kind of technical assistance they want. Usually try to educate them a little bit over the phone to see if they have a project or some sites that are applicable for high friction surface treatment payments. And then at that point, if they become more interested and they actually have a, if they actually apply for a grant and that's accepted through the Division of Local Assistance at Caltrans, then again, we can talk some more, and if everything works out, we'd surely like to go out, provide an open house demonstration, which is really part of the presentation for them to get to know high friction surface treatments more, and then we actually get to go out on the site and see the demonstration, how the product works and how it's laid down, and we go from there.
I think the final word is this has to be part of the incremental approach, where yeah, you've got the signs out there, you've got maybe the striping and everything looks good. Let's go with high friction. Consider this as a step of doing this, and it will probably solve your problem. Bringing things to current standards, maybe even to the county standards, would take a lot of money, a lot of time. I saw one location where we're spending close to $1 million, $2 million, and they're going to take care of maybe like a half-mile road. But it's taken 3-4 years, and we're finally getting to, I think they're going to go to construction next year. You know, if that application would have come today, I would have said, let's do it with the signs, let's put high friction on those curves. Maybe you can do some side slope improvements, put the signs out, and we'd have probably been done 2 years ago.